Hello guys. As promised, I am back and I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to get in here because I can see that YouTube is actually pretty dead tonight. Ain't nothing much going on YouTube tonight. Honestly, it's not. Okay, give me a sec. Let me pull up my chat here. Excuse me. Okay. Hello, I'm finally here, you guys. Hello. Okay. Now, hello. This is High Priestess Jamila. Goodness gracious, it is the witching hour. What is going on YouTube? All right, I'm going to share this live. I wish that I had my stuff logged in, y'all, on Facebook, but I'll do it when I'm done. Okay, so today is December the 22nd of 2020, which means that we have 5 repeating twos. Okay, so we've got 5 twos today, and basically the angel number 2, it actually relates to the attributes and the energy of peace. It also means a perfect balance of love, harmony, and the yin yang properties of the universe. Okay. So if it's a reoccurring number, it definitely means something, and we are going to see what the spirits have to say for us today. Okay. So I'm gonna throw a couple of oracle cards and we'll do a universal reading. I don't know if you guys are going to come in here and want chat readings. I don't think that I'm going to be here long enough to do all of that because I have to get myself to bed. Okay. All right. We are going to call to Saint Michael for protection. Thank you so much. We're going to call to our spirit guides, goddesses, angels, ascended masters. Okay, what universal message? Okay, so the door to romance card flipped over in the reverse position. Okay, what other messages do you have? Okay. What messages do you have for everybody on December the 12th of 2020? Okay. Trying to see if they're going to throw some more cards out there. Okay. Door to romance card. Love with no romance. The need for love, but not enough romance. Okay. The want for love, but not being romantic enough. This may be you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to ask spirits, what messages do you have for the divine masculine and the divine What messages do you have for the divine masculine and the divine feminine today? Okay. Obviously, we're not going to have any cards that flip out. So the cornucopia card comes up, and then the indecision card comes up, and then the journey card, and then the woman holding a heart in the reverse position. Okay. I really feel like what Spirits is saying with this reading is that a lot of people really need to choose love wisely around this time. Don't be in a hurry. Okay. Don't be in a hurry. What I got was the door to romance card reversed, the cornucopia card reversed, and then the indecision card upright, the journey card upright, and then the woman holding a heart in the reverse position. So when I look at the door to romance and the cornucopia card, this reminds me of Venus. Also, this merge is what it reminds me of. And I feel as though, first of all, the door to romance card is telling me that there's a need for love, but not romance. Again, I think that that has a lot to do with healing that inner child, because romance is just very responsible. It really is. I think that a lot of people that want love, they want love like they're a child, but you're grown. You're a grown person. So again, talking about that, healing that inner child, okay? Healing the inner child is one thing that I can sense spirits talking about. The cornucopia card is reversed because I feel as though the reason why there may be a financial issue for a lot of you is because things are not necessarily balanced. Okay. And that doesn't mean that, you can be single and be balanced. Okay. You can be single and be balanced. You don't have to be with somebody to be balanced. Okay. Now, the indecision card comes up, which means that there does seem to be like a crossroads that's opening up for a lot of people where they're going to be making some decisions. And I feel like people are choosing, like, a lot of people are, uh, choices are very important, but I mean, it's not like, love is not like taking a test. Love is very different. It's not, it's a matter of the heart that you make these decisions based upon your heart. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people consistently stay in turmoil, because you don't even really take care of yourselves. A lot of people want somebody else, but you can't even take care of yourself. That's just like trying to, that reminds me of when I had gotten my dog. I was like, dang, I said, sometimes if you're struggling already financially to take care of your family, what's the point in bringing in you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like that many of you guys are just really not ready for love. You're not. Um, the woman holding a heart in the reverse position, I feel like it represents wanting things that you can't have and only wanting things that you can't have. I think that this is talking about maturity. I believe spirits is talking about maturity. I'm going to throw a couple of tarot cards because this is interesting, because I feel like the journey card is almost like the fool card in this deck. But I feel like spirits is saying that there's so many lessons that people still need to learn today. And I also feel as though um, I feel like today would be very, very beneficial to work and meditate to your love life, and then maybe even your money situation, because the cornucopia is in the reverse position. Okay. And I also feel as though a lot of people have attachments, really bad attachments that they can't seem to break free of. What's the next card? Saint Gabriel, which is the throat chakra, came up. And the happy family card came up. So it doesn't matter who you're with. If you have trust issues and you're not trustworthy, then you're going to always seem to have this bad luck when it comes to love anyway. Many of you guys want to treat your lover like your child. You want to treat your lover like your parent. And that's not what they are. They're your lover. Okay. Yeah, seriously. Let me throw the next card. Saint Shamuel, Archangel Shamuel, which is the Chamuel. Is it Chamuel or Shamuel? Um, or Chamuel. Solar plexus chakra in the upright position. Yeah, because love can sometimes be very difficult. I can see that a lot of people are thinking about love and they're thinking about money. And I feel like a lot of you guys need to make your decisions wisely. And then also the woman holding the heart reverse says that a lot of people don't follow their heart. So what we found out is that when people only follow their heart, and that's it, it doesn't end well. When people only follow money or their dreams, it doesn't end well. It's a balance. And also the I can tell you the happiest people stand in their truth. I feel like that's what Archangel Chamuel or Shamuel is saying. It's Chamuel. So if I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize. I don't really know much about this angel, but he does come up in the reading along with Archangel Gabriel as related to the throat chakra. The throat chakra connects you with your trust. It also governs over the energies and vibrations of the language that you're speaking and what people are hearing from you. Okay, what people can hear you saying. So expression, self-expression, that's what it is. It's self-expression. And then standing strong in your self-expression. And I'm telling you this, yeah, a lot of y'all that don't speak y'all truth, or a lot of y'all that aren't confident enough to speak your truth, this is what's leading to the misfortune in your life too. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know people in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, even some people in their 30s. And you can see obviously what is going on, but they seem to complain about everybody that they've dealt with. At some point they are complaining about it instead of working it out, instead of seeing what's going on, instead of dealing with what's going on with the situation. And then also I feel like um people explain themselves too much. You got to learn how to do things without apology. If you're speaking your truth, don't be apologetic about it, no matter what it is. And if you lying, okay, if you're lying, then that's a totally different story. Let me see what I get from the tarot cards for today. Let me see if they give me similar cards, because I feel like what Spirit is talking about, they're saying work on you guys' careers, and they're not necessarily talking about a job. They may be talking about a career that requires some creativity from you if you are watching this. Okay, Spirit guides, what messages do we have for the tarot for today, December 22nd of 2020? What messages do you have current, anything relevant to the past, and two advice cards for the future? Okay, so this is a universal reading, okay? Seven of Swords is in the upright position at current. So what that means is that many of you guys with your negative thinking, your trust issues, that's going to affect you in all areas of life. Negative thinking, negative thoughts, negative words, that's going to affect you in every way. Okay? Stop being so negative. What comes up in the past is the Six of Wands upright and the Two of Swords reversed. So Spirits is saying that for a lot of you that are watching this, and I don't know if this will resonate with you, but I feel as though this is a cycle. Seems to be a cycle and a lesson that needs to be learned, because the 2 and the 6 adds up to the number 8 in numerology. And I feel like there's a lot of people that, with the Two of Swords reversed, you are not thinking for yourself. You're not critically thinking before you do things. The Six of Wands comes up upright. I feel like this represents playing the martyr. A lot of you guys playing the martyr. Two of Swords reversed. Feel like it's all this political stuff, political frequencies and waves. You can't take politics into your love life or anywhere else. You can't. I'm sorry. And so right now with this Seven of Swords, universally people are blocked. You've got too many subconscious blockages. You've got your heads filled up with a lot of stuff and a lot of data and a lot of information that you don't really need. Especially when it comes to judging and navigating your own path. A lot of people always consider their, and then some people even look at other people and think that it relates to them. Or I feel like it's where some of y'all are getting too much information. Now, in the future, we got two swords cards. We got the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords upright, and the Strength card is in the reverse position. Knight of Swords representing social media. Knight of Swords representing the media. Not the Knight is in an active state because the Knight is active. So many of you guys, your minds are active with all of these negative things, taking it in the future, and then the Strength card in the reverse position. This is very mentally draining for a lot of you. So I feel like this is something that you guys need to work on. Also, your thoughts, your actions. You are manifesting the problems in your own life. You're manifesting it. You're manifesting what you don't want by your own thoughts. Everything starts with a thought. Everything starts with an imagination. So I believe, and I've been saying this for years, and I've been saying it a lot the past couple of months, that many of you guys need to learn how to retrain your brain to stop thinking so negatively. Okay? Stop thinking so negatively. Even your thoughts, your negative actions, your negative words about other people are affecting you. The Strength card in the reverse position, I feel like it also represents, what are you attracting to you? What are you causing? What are you actually manifesting in your own life based upon your own fears, your thoughts, and your perceptions? Okay, so that's universally, whether or not it has anything to do with love, with money, with health. Spirits, clarify Seven of Swords, please. Ace of Wands comes up in the upright position. Yeah, the negative thinking and the pessimism and the negative thoughts and the negative viewpoints and the negative perception and the distrust and all of that stuff is something that spirits is saying that is going to come to a head for a lot of you guys today. I feel like it is an opportunity to break free of that if you're watching this reading, but I feel that a lot of you guys are going to continue to put yourself in a weakened position because you're too negative. The first thing you think is something negative, and the universe is testing you. Why is the first thought that you go to is something negative? You assume the worst when it doesn't even exist, and then you manifest the worst possible scenario that could turn out. And so I feel like the Strength card does represent self-destructive energy. I do believe that a lot of you guys today probably need to protect yourselves from destructive energy, period, that may be coming in through the social media or through wherever. You have got to start to be in control of yourselves and start thinking for yourselves. All of these swords cards are coming up. You guys are not making conscious decisions. You're making decisions based upon negativity. That's why it's backfiring. That's why it's not working. You're not making a conscious decision. In fact, you're not even making the decision at all for yourselves. Half the time, you let other people do it for you. And you'll let them do it over and over and over again. You just will not. A lot of people cannot break free of people that are negative. And for a lot of you guys, this is coming from ancestors. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, because the Strength card is considered an air card too. I got 4 air cards and 3 fire cards. Six of Wands being the ancestors. I somebody had left a comment on the video that I made last night, and they were saying, oh, it felt weird. They were saying that the shift felt weird, like it was some ancestors that didn't. That's not your ancestors. That's something else. Your ancestors do not want this for you. So y'all get confused about ancestors. Nobody has bad ancestors. In fact, if you keep looking at it that way, you're going to lose all of the power and the strength that you have because you're fighting against something that's meant to help you in the first place. So many of you guys have really got to get proper spiritual guidance. Now, I don't, whoever that was that left those comments on that video that I did, those are not your ancestors that are doing that. As long as it's something that's not hurting you, as long as it's something that's not going to affect you or affect your children, your ancestors don't have no say. They are there to support you if you have been lucky enough to connect with them in some kind of way. So, I meant to I meant to tell that person, well, that's not your ancestors, that's something else. Whatever it is going to depend on the individual situation. Advice on the strength card reverse. Okay, a card flipped over. The Two of Cups. Okay, it kind of fell out reversed. So I feel like Spirits is talking about self, ultimately self. You treat your partners, even your ex-lovers, the way you regard yourself. You're going to open up your eyes and you're going to have to see that. Okay? And even the people that you're currently with. Okay? So focus on yourself, healing yourself, balancing yourself is what a lot of people need to do. Okay? Especially right now. What other advice? You got the Emperor reversed, the patriarchy that people hold on to, Page of Pentacles upright, King of Pentacles reverse, and then Ace of Cups. A lot of you guys need to bury patriarchy. Okay? Seriously. Y'all don't even know what that word means. You think, oh, it's where a men's run everything. No, you're just running things into the ground. You'd be much happier, much more balanced, much more loved. You'd have so many more blessings. Spirits is saying that we want to bless you, but you got to let go of the patriarchy. The Emperor is in the reverse position. And I don't think the Emperor needs more shoes. I think that he's got plenty of shoes. Okay, a lot of these men are going to have to drop this narcissistic attitude, and so are a lot of women. But it's mainly, Spirits is recognizing these are all male cards, okay, except for the Earth cards that came up, and this Two of Cups upright and the Ace of Cups, but the rest of them are male cards, okay? Hello, chat. Hello, how are y'all? Oh, we got some folks in the chat. Hello. Hi, Reggie, Cough Dot, Dream Girl, Strawberry White, Thursday Lane, and Share the Love with Jen. Hello. Hit that thumbs up, you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, what comes with patriarchy is narcissism. It does, is what Spirits is saying. And that's not balanced. They're saying it's an imbalance. You got a couple here. You got the Page of Pentacles upright, and then you got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So this is where there seems to be mistakes being made on both sides. But for the Emperor to be in the reverse position, that is saying, that Emperor, it just represents money. Being in the reverse position, it just represents money. And Spirits are indicating to me that you guys are not balanced. Because there, for a while, everybody wanted to say, oh, well, I'm just going to, and that's fine for you to do that because that's what we're doing now. But Spirits is saying that you guys need to consider both being very important and to start treating it like it is important. Okay. Hey, Lola, cuties, loves. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you here being here. So, you know what? That's all that I'm getting out of this reading. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. I don't think that anybody can necessarily force people to see the truth about what they're doing and about the way that they're doing things. But I think that it's something that you guys can consider. And then also, a lot of you guys do need to ground yourselves. And the Ace of Cups upright is a very positive card to get. But I think that a lot of this stuff, because the Knight of Pentacles reversed tells me that there's not enough action being taken focused on the intimacy, the loyalty that you're supposed to have. If you don't show loyalty to people, if you're doing things and you're being sneaky, and then you're emotionally cheating, and then you're talking about people behind their back, and then you're doing all of this stuff, this is going to continue to put things and knock things off of balance. It is. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks. I'm so ready for Christmas. And guys, I know that I'm going to tell y'all something. This Christmas for me is all about my inner child healing. So that's why I've been, so you're welcome. Yeah, it is way too much negativity and way too much negativity because of unrealistic expectations. And then not just unrealistic expectations, but unfair expectations, double standards. Okay. Judging each other differently based upon your gender. Okay. So, the last time I checked, we all need each other. It don't have nothing to do with just relationships, but this world, think about if we lived in a world where it was mostly women, or think about if we lived in a world where it was mostly men, and I just think that people keep trying to go against the grain, and they keep trying to go against nature. But when you think about love is absolutely connected with nature. A lot of this other stuff that people are doing, it's throwing things off balance, and you can't ex- you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Take responsibility. Like I said, put on your big girl or big boy underwear. Okay? Seriously. Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. I've been listen, I am fine with others as long as they are not attacking me. And that's pretty much what I'm focused on. Okay? Cuz I feel that some of us, and you got the whole world trying to shame single people. Why, I don't know. Single people trying to shame other single people. It's ridiculous. Just live life and be happy. But again, some of these people have chips on their shoulders. Some of these people are just very angry about something. I'm not sure what it is, but they're just angry. Okay. And a lot of y'all will meet new people, and then all of the stuff that you've been going through for the past 40 something years of your life, you just gonna take it out on that one person because they willing to listen or deal with you. And I just think it's crazy, because that would be the number one issue in your love life, is when you're doing stuff like that. And then when you're blaming people, when you're attacking people, and then also when you're allowing other people. And this has been my biggest qualm in relationships. It's happened over and over again. Is your lover, listening to what somebody else says, and then thinking that that justifies them attacking you, and believing what comes from the outside, and then having people sit there and laugh at you because you're being a puppet. That to me is ridiculous. I think that people that do stuff like that, you're not ready to experience love. And a smart person is going to say, I'm going to go and let that person deal with whatever they got to deal with, because y'all already know that sometimes when it comes to love, it can be very wild. There was a lady on YouTube that just was murdered by her boyfriend, okay, in Atlanta. So love energies can be extremely volatile sometimes if a person is not ready to experience the feelings and the emotions that they're feeling. Okay, and I know that as a woman, I know that sometimes I like to trigger people, but sometimes you just got to stop playing that game. That game is played out, because I feel like a lot of people, they play around with people, they play around with people, and they play around with people until they have to wake up later and realize you made a mistake playing around with too many people. You was playing too much. Okay. And the reason why you were playing so much is probably because you were still stuck in a child's position. And that's why it was just a game to you. Okay. You can't, and then with, with so many men, having their inner child damaged, on top of it, being the victim of circumcision. Okay. A lot of them, it's very difficult. So, and I don't think that women have to be led by a man to do the right thing. Sometimes it's going to have to be the woman that's going to have to take the lead and do the right thing. Because obviously, a lot of these men are not going to take the lead and do the right thing. So then we don't want to kill them because they're not perfect. No, you don't want to kill them and hurt them, or and you don't want to hurt and and do all this violation to women either, because they're not perfect. Okay, you don't want to do that. When you're angry at somebody, it is typically because you have made a mistake as well. And it's important for you to drop all that anger and just admit to your wrongdoings in a situation, whatever it is. Because I know that for me, I don't want to take it into 2021. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take all that anger, all that confusion, all of that distrust. It has no place in my 2021. I'm just not going to do it. I plan to vibrate very high. And I'm sorry if you're going through something, if you're kicking and screaming and trying to get a rise or a reaction out of me. I'm going to make sure that I keep myself safe, because I don't want to deal with that energy. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, exactly. Exactly. So I feel like a lot of people should really work on themselves. If you are a person that is extremely negative, start doing some meditating. Okay, call to the angels. Try to light you a white candle. Don't take that into 2021 with you. Don't do it. Okay. Do you think because they are not talking to you right now, could they still be thinking about you even if they are wrong for what they did? Yeah, if your ex-lover is angry at you, that means that they're probably still in love with you. Even if they're not talking to you, they're just giving you the silent treatment. They probably just ain't ready to talk, or they got to get their anger out or whatever. Even if they're wrong for what they did, yes, people act like that. People don't want to admit to their mistakes. That's one of the biggest things that I've noticed about our world, is that mainly men don't want to ever admit when they're wrong. Okay, but women have that problem too. Okay, they can't just say, you know what, in any situation, not just love, just with any situation. Some people, if they feel that they have made some kind of mistake, they will just keep lying about it and lying about it. When for me, it's always been easier for me to just admit to the mistake and go through whatever I'm supposed to go through. Because it takes a lot more energy trying to lie about something than to actually tell the truth. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then you just really never know where the road is going to take you. You never know. Sometimes you're not supposed to know. I feel that a lot of people need to heal their heart chakra. And what ends up happening is that they take away stuff from, like, their parents, their mother, their ex. There's some people that are carrying baggage from their ex right now, and they're carrying it into each relationship, and they're manifesting. Sometimes you're going to manifest the same exact thing that you manifested with your ex, with the same person over and over again, because you've got that negative subconscious blockage that will literally create a situation that you don't want, you know? Been having family mother issues, grew up in a very negative environment, learning how to transcend or transform my early negative teachings. Do you have any more suggestions on how to recover? Um, I would say that what I would recommend, because I grew up in somewhat of a negative environment, but not really that bad. And then plus I had my grandmother, I had my aunts who were always a voice of reason in my life. Now, if you grew up with extremely negative teachings, I would say, first of all, cleanses, okay? Cleanses are amazing for that. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some of y'all have something even deeper in y'all, but for you to admit it means that you're already halfway there. So I'd say to just start clearing out, because the reason why your mind is doing that and is creating that negativity is because that's the way your mind has been programmed. Like, for example, a lot of people are programmed to trauma bond with each other. Okay. And we even become programmed within relationships to get used to trauma bonding. So a lot of times you have to just, and then also meditation and taking spiritual baths. Now I know that, like I said, I did cleanses on myself. I've been doing cleanses for years. I do my cleanses on myself. Okay. And so from 2015 until about the end of 2017, I began to cleanse. I was cleansing for years. But then I did the generational hex remover, which really unblocked a lot. A lot was being blocked. I was totally, I mean, y'all, I was so isolated until like 2018. I was very isolated. And I noticed how removing that generational hex unblocked a lot. It did. It unblocked my money. Okay. It did. I noticed that certain things that I was going through had literally went away. And so sometimes you do have to go a little bit deeper into that, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of y'all do have these generational blockages and contracts on you. Some of y'all do, and it depends. It really does. So it gets more complicated. But I would say to start out, as far as that one thing, like if you just want to start to transform your thoughts, because I'm telling you, everything starts with a thought. Everything. So if your mind is trained to think negative thoughts, I would say cleansings, taking your baths, and then meditation would be the three biggest things that you could do. Also, Reiki is really good. I know that you're very welcome, LaKenya Nelson. Hello, welcome to the chat. Another thing that's really good is Reiki therapy. You can do it either in person, but I do Reiki by phone a lot. I know that sounds weird, but it can be done by phone. So I guess you could call guided meditation hypnosis. I don't really call it that. It's not hypnosis, because I had put up a meditation video. I haven't put one up on working with negative thoughts, but I can tell you that not necessarily having long-term experience with it, like as far as some of the things that I would notice would happen, they would come in spurts. If you have been either with a negative mother, a negative uncle, a negative person, and you were raised by that person, it took them years and years to program your mind. So now it's time to reprogram it. And you'd be surprised at how reprogramming the mind can lead to financial success. It can help you with drug addictions, alcohol addictions. And I mean, because I've I have seen firsthand the effects of negative reinforcement. I've seen it. I've seen some of the craziest stuff before, guys. It was crazy. Do I even want to tell this story? Good Lord. I don't even want to tell that story about this person that I ran to at the car wash. So weird. I'm not even gonna. I'll have to tell y'all about that later. But I can tell you that needing negativity to be motivated, for me, I can tell you that that's not the best way to think or to be. You'll have a much you'll have a much better quality of life. You'll also have a much bigger return if you are, not thinking that way, because with negative thinking also is fear. Now, of course, we're supposed to have a certain amount of caution. Okay. We're supposed to have a certain amount of caution. Otherwise, if you didn't have the instinct to self-preserve yourself. Okay. So we have to remember that but some people, they go a little bit too far, and it's where and I think that's where people are the Five of Pentacles, to where God, how can I put this, guys? And I am kind of sleepy, so please forgive me. um Not only your thoughts, but your imagination, and then also your perception of self. That's a big thing. It's how you think people see you versus how they really see you. How you think they see you, what you're thinking that they see versus the reality of what they see about you. That's another thing. So, having a positive perception of self and actually having it, accepting yourself. Okay, appreciating yourself, appreciating other people in your life is very important, you know? You're welcome. Yeah, try those cleanses though. I'm telling you, especially when you clear out that third eye, when you clear out all of that stuff that does not serve your purpose, you'd be surprised at how you start thinking positive, your health gets better, you feel better, and you just start to make those positive changes in your life. You know what I'm saying? Can I have some advice, please? I paid this psychic to help cleansing, but she keeps on asking me for more money. Should I just drop her and go to someone like you that would actually be willing to help? Oh, wow. A psychic cleansings. Um, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a consultation on you. I'm very cautious of taking clients that came from other people. But I would, you can actually come and get a consultation if you like one. I know that mine, typically for a cleanse, you don't necessarily need to have more money. My cleanses are priced at 310 right now, and typically a cleanse is going to last you 3 to 6 months. Cleanses are not meant to last forever unless you are keeping yourself away from negativity. People, especially if you're an empath and you have a job out and you work like at a hospital, or you work, you know what I'm saying? You're probably going to need to cleanse yourself more often, because you're constantly, touching hands and rubbing hands with a bunch of people. Okay, especially if you work at a hospital, or you know what I'm saying, if you work for the government, or if you're a police officer, or if you're somebody that's like just somebody that deals with the things that some people couldn't dare deal with. A lot of those people, you know, they may need to clear themselves more often, but I will tell you that there are a lot of different things that you should be doing, especially when it comes to protecting yourself from other people's energy. So it may not necessarily be that practitioner or that spiritualist that you're going through, but rather you may be shaking hands with a very, very negative person that is causing you to need more and more work. So sometimes you just like, some people are just bad omens in your life. Some people are just bad omens in your life. They are. Some people just bring bad energy to you, and you can tell, you can feel it if they're bringing it, and your body is going to let you know this is not right. I don't feel right. And a lot of people are taught to second guess their intuition, which is what a lot of narcs will do to you. They'll say, "Oh, well, it's nothing wrong with me." It's like, okay, well, why are you here then? You know, it is something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You just won't go or leave me alone. So you do have to change your reaction to people. Yes, that is very important, because some people, they're just in your life to be a curse on your life. And you just have to accept. I guess you just have to accept it unless you try to change it. But if, like I said, if a person is acting very negative towards you, and a person is, they ain't had nothing positive to say about you, and they just, it's probably a pretty good idea. Or if they're creating issues in your life, they stalking you and doing all that crazy stuff, that's pretty much a sign that you know what I'm saying? So some people just have bad energy. They do. And bad intent. Okay, a person can have bad energy, but then not have bad intent. It could be a tough situation going on between you and another person, but some people, I mean, it's just obvious what their intent is, and literally these people will be this way for 20 something years, and you be like, God, you just been the same, and I think that those people, I think spirit does want us to leave them behind, at that 20 years. Yeah, it's just not going to get any better, is it? And there's no reasoning with a person like that, because you just never know why they came into your life. They may have came into your life just to be a challenge, and just to be something for you to overcome. Okay, so at the end of the day, if you are working with a spiritualist, that spiritualist should be able to manifest that for you. For example, God, I've dealt with some pretty negative people. Did it stop me? Nope, it didn't. It didn't. I've dealt with some very, very negativity, a lot of negativity, and it never stopped me. Do I like for the negativity to be there? No. Would I prefer for it not to exist? Hell yeah. But it does. And sometimes you just have to be honest about how you feel. Okay. And stick to your guns. If it's something that you feel, don't let nobody try to make you feel bad for how you feel. And that's on any, it doesn't matter what side of the fence that you're on. You say potato, I say potato. So I mean, I know that I wear a wolf animal totem that really helps me a lot. I was wearing my moonstone around my neck, but I feel like jewelry will help. But also doing that shield and then grounding yourself. Grounding is so important. To know how to ground yourself is everything. Okay, and it's not easy. Grounding yourself is not easy. That's part of the reasons why so many of your lovers are disloyal, because they don't know how to ground themselves. Okay. So that's what, nobody shouldn't have to hold you down. You should be able to hold yourself down, and that other person too. Okay. Otherwise, a person is going to be flighty. They're going to be disloyal. You know what I'm saying? And I've met people that are flighty and disloyal, and like, I'm an empath, I may go through that too, because you're doing it too. Like, what do you expect? But then It's kind of like at some point, I think that we all gonna have to grow up and be adults. What do y'all think? Like, I feel like we need to grow up and be adults. You can still have fun in life and be mature about the situation. Seriously. Ah, sorry guys. Drinking soda, knowing I ain't got no business drinking that soda. I need to give me a bottle of water, okay? But then I'll be up using the bathroom all night, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, though, like I was saying earlier, about people that are sitting there ready to jump off of a bridge, over love. You don't want to really jump off that bridge over love, because typically the reason why, I can tell you that I have seen a lot of people that have lost the person that they love and they've been suicidal. But if that person is right down the street from you, or you just need time to think, you need to calm down. I was talking about that earlier, how people will just become totally self destructive over love. And those malevolent energies will actually try to use love to, like, mess you up even more when you're not supposed to be experiencing that. I mean, okay, you had a situation with somebody or you were in love with somebody doesn't mean that you have to jump, off of the freaking Empire State Building over it. Good Lord, it's gonna be fine. There's people out there plotting to kill folks, and it's just like, it ain't, if you plotting to kill somebody, you're not dealing with love at all. Okay. In fact, you may love that person deep down, but right now what you're experiencing is you are experiencing some kind of self-destructive behavior that has nothing to do with love. If you're being self-destructive over somebody, trust me, you probably don't even belong with that person. If you're ready to, if you're ready to kill yourself and kill other people, and you just want to kill everybody, and just everybody, it's like, yeah. um and I can guarantee you that the first thing that that lover would say about you is that you didn't appreciate them. Oh, well, just like this person obviously isn't appreciating their life. I mean, it's okay for you to get sad without the person. When you miss somebody, you just miss somebody. You know what I'm saying? But if you ready to set yourself on fire or blow yourself up, then I just want to tell you that yeah, that's not the no, yeah, no. Okay, just yeah. Yeah, I actually have I've been through that. So depression is serious. Yes, it is. But a lot of people think that having a boyfriend or having a girlfriend is going to cure your depression, and it's not. I can tell you that what's going to cure depression is self-love. I can tell you that what's going to cure it sometimes, because sometimes depression, I've seen forms of depression that just look like demonic possession to me. I have. I have seen that, okay? Yeah. Yeah, it can be something that sets you off, but there's a deeper reason, which could be either trauma from childhood, or either it could be past life regressions. Okay. It could be that. And it will do that. And people, the people of the world, people gonna be assholes. You know what I'm saying? They are. It just depends. It depends on what, how they're looking at the situation. I know that a lot of my clients, a lot of my people that are single right now, which there are a lot of people that are out there single. Focus on what you have rather than what you don't have. And I certainly wouldn't just be rushing into something with somebody. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to, so that when you heal, you can attract somebody better into your life if that's what you want to do. If you want to get back with that person, you have to be patient. That's what I was saying earlier. Because you have to understand them and give them time, especially if you did something to them. You have to give it time. Time heals all wounds. Now, if you got folks in your life that's constantly wounding you, though, that to me, um, I don't know. I look around and there's so many things around this world to explore. There is so much to explore and be discovered, and to just be on the same thing over and over again. It's not something that I want to travel. um I would like to do more fishing. There is so much stuff that I want to do, okay? And I don't know. I couldn't imagine being stuck on the same past, because, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody from my past, and I'm talking about past, I don't even think about it. So, I'm kind of, yeah, I don't understand that. If it's something like anything negative that doesn't serve my divine purpose, and it doesn't serve my purpose for my children or my loved ones or the people in my life or my responsibilities, if listen, if it, I don't have a concern for people that don't pay my bills. I don't have a concern for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's like, and I hate wasting time on stuff like that too. That's why I don't anymore. So a lot of y'all will, especially when it comes to your childhood friends or your people that, they don't really, some people just ain't, they just been fake friends. They don't want to see you go nowhere, you know? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Your son was kidnapped? Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that. Mm, okay. You want to talk about that? I'm always here for readings, guys. Like I said, my readings are going to be priced a little bit higher on Christmas Day. Because it'll be like a same day type of thing, or and if I can't get to you the same day, then I'll just refund you the extra money, because I can do partial refunds. Um, but you guys can definitely reach me if you need me. I know that my lines are going to be open for anybody that needs my assistance. And listen, um, I feel like God. Here's the one person that doesn't judge you for, because a lot of people say, "Why? Well, everybody else got this." You don't know what those people have. People front, people lie, people fake. So you don't know if those people are happy. So don't let people that are unhappy make you unhappy, because they trying to pretend to be happy and they're really actually not, is what I can tell you. Because a lot of y'all end up getting tricked, or just don't pay no attention to those people. Focus on something else. Like, I wish that I could make suggestions on what you guys can do. But what I can tell you is that if you have not found your north, if you have not found that place, that private place that you can go to by yourself and love your life, then you got to find it somehow. Because, you know, um, I think that right now it kind of is what it is. And, then they're talking about, I think that some places are even quarantined again. It's a lot going on in the world. Take the time to connect with self. And that meditation, that guided meditation video that I did was actually really good. I might re-record it because something kept messing with my throat that night. And but it was really good because it gives you that technique of how to ground yourself, and then also start to facilitate some healing. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Definitely stay focused on yourself. Stay focused on your goals, and like all of them, your love goals, your money goals, your health goals, there's some people that, they want to lose weight. There's some people that want to get in shape. Focus on that and focus on self, and then everything will definitely come together. Now, I'm not saying that some of y'all don't need to set y'all intent on love, because a lot of y'all love and y'all money has been blocked straight up it's been blocked by various sources, and that's why it's not coming through, because it's been blocked. So you guys need to figure that out. That is something that practitioners like myself can help you with, because like I said, back in 2017 I was totally isolated. I like and I was isolated and in a mental prison in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you. Cool, cool. I look forward to a Lady of Fire poetry. So I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, journaling definitely does help, writing down how you feel. But I'm gonna tell you something. It's a lot of y'all have been blocked. That's the problem, is that you guys have been blocked. Like, this is one of the reasons why there's people 50 and 60 years old and they still haven't experienced love. It's called the sacrifice of the Sacred Heart. It's sad, but it's the truth. So some of y'all do probably need some help. And if you can unblock it, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of y'all exes have put y'all in bondage. Some of y'all are in bondage. So you just never know who did it to you. So some of y'all do need spiritual help, especially if you sitting there, y'all know what I'm talking about, that rat wheel, the hamster wheel, and you just going around in the wheel and you can't see the light of day. Then it could be something wrong, something going on. Okay. Okay. And people, people can do that. So if it's genuinely hex work, bondage work, root work, then I can definitely remove that. It's not going to necessarily happen overnight, though. It's not going to happen overnight sometimes. Okay. So you just, like I said earlier, you just have to be patient. Okay. Because I've seen some really bad destructive magic happen before, and it's absolutely devastating. And those demonic spirits have caused people to commit suicide. They have. Okay, to go from having somebody loving you and then all of a sudden they're telling you that they hate you, that they don't care about you. That can be really difficult. Man, and black magic is really difficult to see when it's fake. Those are negative emotions. You just have to remember that you have to. So that's why a lot of y'all really do need to be under the care of somebody that understands. But if you're not willing to get a cleanse, like I said earlier, if you're just raging against me and you're not willing to work on self, then I'm just gonna put your number in spam. I don't have time for that. Seriously, yeah. So you're very welcome. I will see y'all later on sometime when the rest of the stuff gets here. Um, Otherwise, y'all have a happy holiday. If I don't see y'all again, Merry Christmas to all of y'all. Because Christmas is coming up in what, like 3 days? Is Christmas on the 25th? Yeah, we got the Hecate's Realm group on Facebook. You know what? I'm barely in there, and I do want to start doing more in the group. So, because it's like 40 something members in there. So I looked at that. It's a lot of people that have been adding themselves to our Hecate's Realm group on Facebook. So definitely go on there. Definitely request a entry into the group, and I am going to become more active in there. So yeah, you're welcome. I'll see y'all later. Peace and love. Thank you.